Hi, this is John McGinnis from Gold Coast Basketball, and today we're joined by two of our brightest and best. Very, very big welcome to Ella Gordon and to Jessica Petrie. How are you, girls?
Good, thanks, Joel. How are you?
Thanks. Ella?
Yeah, I'm good, Joel.
All right, so you girls are
How are
down.
you?
I'm really good. So you're down at the Centre of Excellence at the moment. At the moment, pretty much all of you are in lockdown because COVID's been spread throughout the whole group. And you're both currently just getting over it at the moment, yes?
Yeah, that's correct. We both have COVID at the moment.
So you haven't been training for a couple of days, Jess?
No, we were locked down on Tuesday afternoon and we've been not allowed to do any exercise since.
Okay. Well, first of all, very big congratulations for you both for being selected for the Centre of Excellence. Huge honour, and obviously this was formerly the AIS, Australian Institute of Sport, which is very well known. So I might ask you, Ella, for those of our members who are not sure about the Centre of Excellence, can you give them a bit of idea of what it is?
Yeah, so the Centre of Excellence is kind of a group / organisation for both girls and boys across the country who are quite good at basketball and who can be noticed by the coaches here. We are located obviously at the AIS, so we're here basically most of the year. We train every day and we're just here to get better and become one of the best players in Australia.
Awesome. And Jess, what's a normal week look like when you guys are going? Is it 7 days a week, 6 days a week while you're down there? And how many sessions per day? What's a normal week look like for you girls?
Well, at the moment, I'll just give you a rundown on our week at the moment. We have 6 days. Sundays is our off day always. Monday, we have an early morning gym session. Then we go to school. We come back and we usually have another skills or shooting session. Tuesdays, just go to school as usual, come home. We've got to practice. All of us are on court. Wednesdays is, again, go to school. Usually come home. It's usually a non-impact day, so we have some sort of gym or yoga, something like that. Thursdays are training in the morning before school. Then we go to school, and then usually shooting or like skills again in the afternoon. Fridays early morning gym again, and usually practice, I think, on a Friday afternoon again, and then Saturday we have a big on-court session as well, which usually involves a fair bit of scrimmaging, and then get the rest of the weekend off. So yeah,
it's pretty full on. And I'm guessing there's some set main coaches down there that organise everything, but do they bring in other players, former players, or other coaches come in, do some guest sort of speaking roles? Ella, anyone who's come in for you guys while you be down there?
We had actually Lauren Jackson down here last year just checking out how we're training and stuff, and I think she's going to be more involved with our program because she wants to be more involved with women in sport and kind of bring us up a little bit on the scale and make sure that we're noticed by people. So she's coming in, and we obviously have our coaches, Kristen Veal, she's played basketball of her life, and Sarah Graham, the same thing with her. They have a massive basketball background, so it's pretty amazing that we have them around our community.
Yeah, absolutely. And just these coaches and players who come back and speak to you, are they opening your eyes to different concepts or different basketball philosophies or ways of thinking about the game? Have you sort of opened your eyes to certain things like that?
Yeah, definitely. Like our coaches have just opened my eyes to a new world of professionalism and just how hard it is to make that next jump. Like so many different concepts I didn't even know about back home. Like we have pro time, like before training. It's like a dedicated half an hour block to just warming our bodies up, doing prehab, like rehab exercises, which I never would have done unless I came down here. And now I don't think I could do any training without it. And just like the importance of just everything it takes, pretty much, like recovery, like sleep, nutrition, food, and then like just there's so many concepts. It's hard to pick just a few, but yeah, they're just showing us what it takes and how hard it is to make that next level.
And it's obviously very intense, girls. I'm sure being away from home, Ella, has its issues. Being away from families and friends, how do you manage that sort of stuff?
Obviously, well, we have our phones, we have social media, so staying in contact with my family and friends is pretty important for like people at such a young age too. Like, it's not common for such young kids to leave their homes for basically an entire year or 2 years. And just, I think, staying in contact with them online has just been so important for both me and Jess. Coming from the Gold Coast, like, we miss the beaches, we miss going to theme parks, we just miss doing all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. What about you, Jess? How do you manage that stuff? I mean, I know obviously you both were pretty busy when you're here on the coast, but I mean, the consistent focus that's required down there when you're, obviously both of you are very talented, and you're able to get away with some things probably here on the Gold Coast because you're so talented. But down there, there's no room for error there. You've got to be going the whole time. How are you handling that, Jess?
Yeah, no, it's tough down here. You definitely have some bad trainings and you have some really good ones, but I think just because we're on the court so often, you just got to brush it aside. You can't like hold on to it. Just got to let it go and then rock up to train the next day and do it again. But I know like Ella spoke about this, but just I know for me, staying connected to home as well is really important. It gets me makes me feel a lot better if I haven't had the best day in the office. But just wiping your slate clean after every training is really important down here.
Absolutely. I'll stay with you here, Jess, because I want to talk a bit about you both individually. I want to start with you, Jess. Those of you who don't know, Jess's mum and dad, Anthony and Sarah, were both very qualified basketball players in their own right. Anthony played for the NBL, and your mum, Sarah, was an absolute gun too when she was younger as well. And you grew up in a basketball environment, and obviously having a mum and dad who played at a high level, you were exposed to coaching and concepts early on. So a bit of your journey, you're always tabbed as a very elite player in your age group, and you've continued to develop and obviously made state teams and national programs, and now you've sort of kept your trajectory up to the centre of excellence. You want to comment a little bit about that, about your journey along the way and things I just talked about?
Well, obviously I was exposed to basketball at a very young age, so it's kind of always been around it, always watching it, just fell in love with the game. And then obviously having two parents who have played like at the highest level you can in Australia, obviously a bit of expectation there, but I've enjoyed it so much. My parents have been my biggest supporters throughout my basketball career, and they've helped me so much with learning the game and like just enjoying it, like what basketball has to bring to my life. And they've helped so much with just humbling me as well a bit. Like, the name doesn't get you anywhere. It's about your work ethic, and like, while I might be sitting down somewhere, someone else is getting the work in. So they've always taught me how precious improving your game is and just never stopping. But no, it's been tough having that expectation on me, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I know you were part of our under 14 girls team that won the nationals now 5 years ago now. I remember Anthony, I remember both of them coaching you in that tournament. And I remember at one stage you went down in a big game, you hit the ground pretty hard, and both of them just ignored you pretty much because they were like, just get up and keep playing. But that's a toughness thing. That's nothing to do with the parenting. But yeah, listen, I think there comes the expectation, as you sort of touched on yourself, where everyone's sort of seen you playing at a high level for a long time, and you expect from yourself, but there's that pressure from others where they expect you to continue to go. And I think you've done an exceptional job so far. And as you said, it does help when your mum and dad keep you humble with that stuff and keep you driven and focused on the right things. Now I want to move over to you, Ella. Your story is different to Jess. You came to the game much later. obviously played within the Gold Coast rep team. You were identified by us as well that you were potentially going to be a very strong player. Obviously being tall helps. And this was the same with Basketball Queensland, where they got you in state programs as well. And then the Centre of Excellence came calling after that. And I think I've talked to you about this as well. Listen, it's great to have height, but you need to have athleticism. You need to have desire. You need to be coachable. And these are all the things that the Centre of Excellence would have identified within you. Do you want to talk a bit about that, about your journey? It's the same as Jess, and about the support you've had from coaches and family moving forward?
Yeah, definitely. So I didn't even know much about basketball coming into it. I was mostly just a swimmer for most of my life, and I just kind of got so bored of it. I was more into like that team environment sort of feel, and I wanted to be a part of that, like, encouragement, just keep encouraging people and make people like better at their game. And so I kind of got picked up at school by one of the Gold Coast coaches, Karen Cooch. She kind of picked me up and encouraged me to play the sport, and I just changed straight away. And I enjoyed it so much. And I have height, so that was one thing that everyone noticed about me. But I really wanted to work on more like my strength and me bodying up people, and I wanted to be that player who just puts people on the floor. And so I think, COE recognized me because I have that coachability, and I just really want to go to places. I want to go as far as I possibly can and just be the best player I possibly can be. And I think it's really important that people know it's just not about your height. It's not about anything about your weight. It's more about, are you coachable? Can you do this? Can you listen to what we say? And if you can, we'll take you on board. You can go places. So I think that was what was really important for me. And my family really helped me with that. They encouraged me all the way through, and they still are, which is amazing.
It's a really important concept, that, because I obviously love the NBA, and you hear a lot from NBA coaches where you have these kids or these young men who come through the college ranks, and college is incredible, the amount of technique and information these guys get at college, and same for the girls, obviously. And you think they come to the NBA and you think they will be a finished product. They've done all their junior career, they've done 3 years at 21, whatever, and now they're playing in the pros. And pretty much most NBA coaches effectively say, we start from scratch, because we have to teach them the way to play the professional game. And so all the young kids out there, girls, who are, might feel that they're a little bit behind or whatever it is, it's if you can just learn to listen and do what the coach tells you to do, that's what's going to get you ahead. It's not always your athleticism and your height and everything like that. I think you're really on point with that, Ellen. Now I want to talk to you girls about moving forward. At the moment, obviously you're down there, COVID going around everywhere, but in a few years' time, there's a lot of opportunities for both of you. What are some of the hoop dreams you have, Jess, about what's some possible things that you're hoping the game will do for you?
Yeah, well, this year I have a chance, hopefully, fingers crossed, to make 2 Australian teams. So that's definitely on one of my goals for this year. And then obviously, in the broader picture, still not 100% sure what I want to do yet, whether that's college or straight to WNBL. I'm still trying to figure that all out. But just like Ella said, trying to see how far basketball can take me, whether that's, playing over in Europe or lucky enough to be in the WNBA one day. I just want to, travel the world, just have such a good time just playing the sport I love and seeing how far it can take me.
And where are the worlds if you make that team? When and where is it again?
So 17s are in Hungary, and I'm pretty sure they're in the June-July holidays, or maybe August, September, one of those 2 holidays. And then the 19th hasn't been confirmed, I don't think, Ella. Is that right?
No, it hasn't been confirmed yet.
Yeah.
And so, great, Jess. And so, Ella, for you, obviously the 19s, you're a year older than Jess, so you're going for that when that comes up?
Yeah, so I obviously am a bit too old for the 17s now, so 19s is my main goal for me at the moment. And then from there on, then I'm hoping to either go to WNBL and then go straight to college. But for me, college is where I really, really want to be at the moment. Yeah, so I just would like to experience the different type of game over there in America, because watching it from here, it's completely different. And I just really would like to learn what it's like.
It's a great experience if you can get to go, that's for sure. So
Yeah.
girls, really impressed with what you've had to say today. I think you guys are going to have a great future ahead of yourself. I'm really excited to see where that takes you. I want to give you this opportunity now to give some shout outs to anyone from the Gold Coast community who might be watching this. Jess, anyone you want to give a shout to?
Yeah, obviously my family, like they're my biggest supporters. They're always there, always doing the annoying drop-offs and pickups. And I've got 3 other siblings, so it's a bit hard on mum and dad, but no, they're always there. Obviously all the coaches along the way, like Terry Cameron, Beck Schatz, Jackie Brown, Karen Cooch, just all those coaches along the way that have helped me develop. My parents as well, they were coaches at one stage. Obviously the girls I grew up playing with, like they just built an environment that I loved going to every training, and I've made some of my best friends for life through playing with them. And their parents always taking me places if I need a ride or hanging out, and obviously all the staff and like all the work they do behind the scenes, it's a great club and they've helped me so much get to where I am today.
Big shout outs. Thanks, Jess. What about you, Ella?
Yeah, obviously my family, I mean, they've supported me since day one, which is pretty important. The coach, Karen Cooch, I mean, she's the one who started my career, to be honest, and she's with Gold Coast, and I don't know how she did it, but she did it, so here I am now. And all the coaches that have coached me in the past, Jackie Brown, I mean, she helped me with Queensland and she sat me down and told me, listen, kiddo, you can go places. So I want to thank her too. And obviously the staff at Gold Coast, like you, Joel, you've helped us build this program at Gold Coast basketball, and it's going to get so much bigger. Trust me, you just wait. Like, this is going to be such an amazing program for little kids and their basketball dreams. So yeah.
Thank you, Ella.
I'd also just want to put one more shout out there.
Yep.
Janine on a Wednesday night, we're playing against older ladies. She helped me so much with playing against women, and then obviously NBL1, all the older girls helped me so much as well. Just playing women's basketball, how different it is. So yeah, I forgot about those two.
Oh, great. Well, hey, girls, thank you very much for your time. We're all very proud of you, and we're looking forward to what the future holds. Listen, these sort of things, these media commitments, you're going to have to get used to this, and I think you're going to do very well going forward. So thank you so much for your time, and Gold Coast Basketball wishes you all the very best, all right?
Thanks, Joel.
Thanks, Joel.
We'll talk soon. Thanks, girls.